Hello everyone, this is part one to the computer science series where I will be covering everything for GCSE computer science coding section. So we are starting with learning what a variable is, what are constants, what's assignment, or the operators, and then we're going to practice an exercise to revise our concept. So to begin with, a variable is basically a place or location where you store something. So it's like a bucket where you can put things in. Just basically change what's in it. So that's basically what a variable is, where we store something to reuse that value later on in the code. So if I want to use the value of x somewhere, you want to use 10 somewhere, I'm going to say x. So that's what a variable is, and we can manipulate variables. So we could say now we want to update the value of x, and let's say I don't know x plus 2, and then we could do y equals I don't know y minus 2. So we can manipulate variables as well. So but then for constants, we cannot change the value. That's why they're called constants. We set them so the value is never changed. And but the problem with Python is there's no way to for us to declare something a constant. We can just tell, but if the variable name is in all capital letters, that means it's a constant. But I can still change the value of pi, which I shouldn't do because it's telling me that's a constant, but I can. So just to let you know, in other languages, if I was writing some other language other than Python, I would add this const keyword, which would then fix the value of pi. So over here, as you see, I can manipulate x and y because they are variables. But if in some language I wrote const and then I try to do I know pi plus 4 equals pi, so I want to update the value of pi, it will give me an error. So you can never. That's why pi is obviously constant. That's why I'll store it as a constant. I don't want it to be changed. But in Python, you just tell a programmer or whoever reads your code that this is a constant and not a variable by having all uppercase letters. Then it's the topic of assignment. So assignment is basically the process of assigning to a variable or a constant. So over here we are assigning 10 to x, we are assigning 20 to y, and over here we have assigned 3.14 to pi. So this process is called assignment. Then we need to know about operators. Operators are basically just these addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. These are all operations. And how do we do these operations? We use this operator, so adding sign, subtraction, division, and this sign multiplication. The new ones to you would be mod and div. So mod gives us the remainder. So when I want to calculate the remainder of a number, so let's say I have a x, and then so let's say x. I've defined the value of x, and I want to, let's say I create a new variable z equals 3, and then I divide division equals 3 sorry so x divided by 3. This will give me a decimal number. But if use the mod operator, so I use the percentage sign, now this will only give me the remainder. And if I use the double division sign, this will give me the quotient. So div, you use the double division sign, that gives you the quotient, and mod gives you the remainder. So now let's practice this, what we've learned so far. We've covered variable, constant, assignment, and operators. So over here I'm declaring a variable called net length. I am asking the user for an input, so that's just how I'm going to ask the user to enter something, and then I'm converting that using this int function. I'm converting it to a number because in the end I want to calculate the area, so I need the length and the width to be numerical values and not alphabetical characters. That's why I want to convert them into integers first, and then that's what I'm doing with width as well, and then I'm calculating the area, and in the end I'm printing the area. So that's it, and follow for the next parts. Thank you.